Hi, this is Yogesh from CodingFactory.
In this video, I am going to cover common language runtime and garbage collector from topic.NET architecture, and the module is .NET Basic. I am going to discuss CLR and MSIL, then why .NET is language independent, then base classes or class library, and the garbage collector functionality.
Start with the .NET definition or .NET framework. .NET is a combination of CLR and class library or base classes. CLR stand for Common Language Runtime. Now before starting any program, first of all we have to understand who will execute this program or who will take care of this program. So let's start with one example. I have one integer variable I. This is in C#, and suppose I declare a integer variable in VB, deem I as a integer. This is we are calling a source code. Now the common language runtime functionality is what? It is convert your source code into a MSIL code. MSIL stand for Microsoft Intermediate Language. .NET is a language independent. Now why? Because if I type a code in C# or if I type a code in VB, it is automatically convert into MSIL. Who will convert this? Your CLR. The logic behind it is what? The MSIL is itself is the language of .NET. This is the internal language of .NET. If it is a language, then it's containing all the things like int32, character, single, if, else, switch. So this is the internal language of .NET. Now suppose I type a code in C# like int I semicolon. Now this integer variable is mapped with MSIL integer variable and it's become a C# .NET. If VB integer variable is mapped with MSIL integer variable, then it's become a VB.NET. In the market, new language come called XYZ, and declaration of integer variable is like this: int I colon. Now .NET say you design a new language XYZ. Okay. Now map your language specification with my language specification. So here, for example, this integer I variable is mapped with MSIL integer variable, and this XYZ language become XYZ.NET. So every language is mapping their common specification available in MSIL and it's become a .NET language. Up to 45 languages .NET support because of this logic. So this task is performed by your common language runtime. So that's why .NET is a language independent. After converting into MSIL, with the help of just-in-time compiler, your MSIL code convert into a native or machine code. The format is .exe stand for executable output and DLL stand for dynamic link library. So again take a two-step process. Your source code get converted into a MSIL and MSIL get converted into a native or machine code with the help of JIT compiler. Now if you split this common language runtime, this common language for all the language and the runtime means execution. So this is the functionality of your common language runtime. Next one is class library or base classes. It's a pre-compiled libraries of .NET. Means if I want to use cin, cout, scanf, printf in my C and C++, then first of all I have to include some header files like stdio.h and conio.h. The same concept used here. If I want to use some database, then I have to import one DLL call using system.data.sql client. If I want to use some threading based application, then I have to install or I have to import using system.threading. So .NET is a combination of your common language runtime and class library. Basically CLR is the heart of .NET framework. It will provide a runtime environment to your application. It will handle your code execution, and the class library or base classes are the supportive libraries. This will help you to create an application. We already discussed the first feature of .NET is it is a language independent. The next feature is automatic memory management. Now before this, first of all we discuss about memory management in C++ and VB 6.0. Suppose I create one object, and after that object I will deallocate the memory of that object using obj is equal to null in C++ and obj is equal to nothing in VB 6.0. Now suppose I have 1,000 objects. Now in this case I have to explicitly write down this code. Obj is equal to nothing and obj is equal to null. Now every time I have to write down this code. So this is a problem, because if I forget something or if I forget to deallocate one object, now again what happen? The memory is increased and the CPU utilization is increased. So .NET solve this problem. .NET memory management is performed by garbage collector. Normally it is called a GC. Now what happened? Let's see. If I have an object 1, 2 and 3, your garbage collector is continuously searches unused or unreferenced object. If it is find out unused or unreferenced object, then it immediately deallocate the memory of that object. The time is not specified. It is start by common language runtime. So the memory is handled by automatically, and that's why it's a automatic memory management. In C++ and VB 6.0, this is the disadvantage of this language, but .NET solve this problem using a garbage collector. So we don't take care about your memory management. This is handled by garbage collector.
Watch my next video regarding generation of garbage collector and assembly of .NET architecture. Bye for now.